Thank you, Dean. Meantime, the Senate Judiciary Committee is expected to take an initial vote tomorrow on the confirmation of Amy Coney Barrett. The Supreme Court nominee faced lawmakers today for 9 hours on this third day of hearings. Democrats pressed her on issues including the election, health care, and abortion, to which Barrett repeatedly responded that she would have an open mind and be her own judge if she's confirmed to the nation's high court. And if she is approved, the Supreme Court would shift to a 6-3 solid conservative majority. News Nation correspondent Joe Khalil has a closer look at the developments from Washington. Joe.
Yeah, Rob, it was a lot like what we saw in the first 2 days of hearings. Democrats tried to dig in on Barrett's record. They tried to get her to answer how she would rule on cases relating to health care and gay marriage rights and things like that. Now, obviously, she's not going to respond to those. No nominee ever answers those specific questions about specific cases. But there were some interesting exchanges, I'll say. Meantime, Republicans continue to defend Judge Barrett, and they said that Democrats trying to make the case against her don't have much of a case.
For a third day, Judge Amy Coney Barrett took questions about her record on the bench and her writing as a professor.
I've got some colleagues on the other side of the aisle who seem to want to focus on statements made in your personal capacity.
Republicans like Senator Mike Lee say there's a reason Democrats have asked fewer questions specifically about Barrett's court decisions.
I have a hunch that this is because your record on the Seventh Circuit actually shows that you're able to set aside your personal convictions.
Now they have to attribute to you the worst readings and most draconian misinterpretations of Justice Scalia.
Republican Josh Hawley agreed. He says Democrats misconstrued Judge Barrett's judicial philosophy.
Frankly, I think it is demeaning and insulting.
Democrats argue Judge Barrett's previous writing off the bench offers insight into how she may rule. Given that record, Senator Sheldon Whitehouse says Republicans' hope for Judge Barrett is clear.
To get rid of the Affordable Care Act, to get rid of Roe versus Wade, and to get rid of Obergefell, the gay marriage decision.
Judge Barrett didn't discuss her positions on those issues, which is normal for a nominee. Democrat Richard Blumenthal pressed Barrett on respecting precedent, whether she thinks past Supreme Court decisions should stand or be reversed.
You should be willing to tell the American people it was correctly decided. I'm asking about your legal position. Would you have been in the majority?
Senator Blumenthal, every time you ask me a question about whether a case was correctly decided or not, I cannot answer that question because I cannot suggest agreement or disagreement with precedents of the Supreme Court.
Judge Barrett maintains she would view every case objectively. Senator Whitehouse says he's skeptical.
And we hear all of that. Then they get onto the court and they totally ignore what they told the committee.
Now, in terms of being civil, it has been clearly a different story than what we saw with Kavanaugh. In fact, we talked to two senators today, actually Lindsey Graham during the hearings, and then later Senator John Kennedy, who we spoke to off camera, said that they both were happy with the way that these were going. They said they've been happy so far with generally the respect level that Democrats have treated Judge Barrett. Hopefully that stays civil, and we'll see the same tomorrow as we have the first day of an actual vote. Reporting live tonight in the Capitol, Joe Khalil, News Nation.
Joe, thank you very much.